If you handshake and linger a moment, it's actually a sign of extra warmth and extra sincerity. We also, when we handshake, we want to maintain eye contact throughout the entire handshake so that we can note the color of the person's eyes. People come up to meet and greet, and you don't want to all of a sudden have to move your cold beverage cup to the other hand and either give a cold, wet handshake or do something like that before you can shake someone's hand. So if you keep it in your left hand, your right hand is always free for a handshake. My cup of water, I could have that there easily and have a couple of hors d'oeuvres there. So that would work. If I were meeting Andrea for the first time and shaking her hands, I would say, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Andrea. Used it one time. Then I might say, well, tell me, Andrea, what line of work are you in? Said it twice. And then when I'm ready to disengage from my conversation with her, because I know I need to only spend 5 to 15 minutes with her, right? In my mingling. So I might say, Andrea, it's been a pleasure to meet you. And when you ask those kinds of questions, it's like you're tossing someone a ball. Now, can they just answer yes or no if it's an open-ended question? No, they can't. So they have to toss that ball back to you. What's a real common thing that people will say if they want to disengage? They might say, yeah, I'm going to go grab some food. But what's the other person likely to say? I'll go with you, right. We want to be more like this. So if you approached us, it looks like an inverted open V, doesn't it? What about people who talk too close to you? They get right up in your face. What do you think about this pose if someone stands with their arms behind their back?
Is that the inverted V?
That would be a good name for it.
But tonight I did learn how to exit a conversation gracefully without letting the people in the conversation know that I'm moving on to another group.
The point I learned, or the emphasis that I felt was most beneficial, was the purposefulness of thinking about social engagements and professional engagements and approaching them with proactivity as you go into it, and rather than just walking into the room and then trying to figure things out.
I think the most beneficial part for me was talking about how to remember people's names, because that's a real challenge for me.
It was good to know the correct protocol for engaging with a group, with people you're not familiar with, and being able to integrate yourself into those conversations.
After this session this evening, I am going to be more mindful of what I'm doing when I'm in a social setting.